A top member of the Comancheros and an Auckland lawyer have been jailed for laundering millions of dollars for the gang. After a large police raid on the Comancheros gang last year, the Vice President, Tyson Daniels, and their lawyer, Andrew Neill Simpson, were sentenced today in the High Court in Auckland. At the time of the raids, police warned professionals who help gangs, you will be caught. Jordan Bond was at the High Court and filed this report.
After a long investigation into the Comancheros, last April 80 police simultaneously raided 10 properties across Auckland linked to the fledgling gang. Police came away with guns, cars and cash and made a host of arrests. They specifically noted that one of those arrested was a lawyer, a modest, gangly, bespectacled man, Andrew Neill Simpson. He claimed he was duped into helping them and, as a good man, didn't know where the money came from. Today, in sentencing at the Auckland High Court, Justice Gerard Van Behamen addressed Simpson directly.
There is little doubt that you were at least naive and incredibly foolish to get involved in this scheme. I accept that you did not know directly, as Mr Daniels knew, that you were involved in laundering funds from serious drug offending. In your own words, you turned a blind eye to the source of the funds.
Today, Simpson was jailed for 2 years and 9 months after pleading guilty to 13 charges of money laundering involving more than $2 million. Through a weaving system of bank accounts and trusts, he helped the Comancheros hide their money. The police said more and more professionals are helping increasingly complex organised criminal groups as the money and stakes in the drug game increases. In the dock with Simpson was the second in charge of the Comancheros, Tyson Daniels.
Mr Daniels, as Vice President of the Comancheros, you oversaw the gang's operations and directed its criminal activity. You had overarching responsibility for the operation, even if you left its implementation to others. You received significant personal benefits from the operation, including the purchase and use of luxury vehicles.
Daniels was jailed for 4 years and 8 months after pleading guilty to 9 counts of money laundering and 1 of participating in an organised criminal group. Neither of these 2 men were charged with drug offences. Simpson's lawyer, Guyon Foley, says his client believed the money was legitimate revenue from a concrete company.
He naively believed the explanations given to him. He wanted to believe the people were of good heart. Mr Simpson naively, foolishly, but never greedily, fell for it hook, line and sinker. And the perplexing aspect of how Mr Simpson became involved in money laundering for relatively little financial gain.
He put forward that Simpson received only $18,000 for his time, nothing like the wealth seen inside the gang. Justice Van Behamen did not accept that fully and said Simpson was a key facilitator of the offending.
You made it work. You set up the trust through which the funds flowed. Secondly, you made it work because of your position as a lawyer and a member of a professional body. You used your professional skill and your knowledge and your solicitor's trust fund both to make happen and to lend respectability to an operation laundering large amounts of money acquired from serious drug offending.
Daniels' lawyer, Marie Dyberg QC, said other than his admission of guilt, there were no mitigating factors to consider in sentencing. Simpson, however, with 5 children under 13, did receive a discount, but Justice Van Behamen imprisoned him despite his remorse.
To impose a custodial sentence on you is to impose a sentence on your spouse and your children. I deeply regret a father being separated from a young family, both in your case and that of Mr Daniels. Sadly, Mr Simpson, that is the consequence of your decisions.
7 others arrested in the raids will go to trial in September on a range of financial, drug and firearm charges. Mō te hōtaka o te ahi nei, ko Jordan Bond, tēnei.